talking about 55,000 at the fucking stadium. It was 54,999, nigga. Because so what happened, bro?
Hey, yo, welcome to season 3 of the Stay Rich in Spirit podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Maurice Robinson, also known as Rich from Rich Grills. And we got my co-host with me.
Boy, Bizz, man. No cuts, always.
You already know, man. Everybody know what we about. We always chase the money, but it's a wealth that goes much more deeper and reaches much more further than money can ever reach. And that's the spirit economy, as we like to call it. So all of the things that have value that aren't necessarily tangible or connected to like a fiat currency is the things that we like to address and talk about on this show, you know? So think about community, think about culture, think about family, you know, think about responsibility, thinking about manhood, thinking about divine masculinity, divine femininity, divine everything, you know. We address all of those things. But yeah, man, we lucky to be back. We grateful to be back, you know, and we got some exciting things to talk about. Sports, politics, culture. But how you been, Biz?
I've been doing great, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Life been well. As usual, you know. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to us getting in. You know, it's like, you know, if you're a rapper, you know that feeling getting back in the booth. Niggas be hungry, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it now, man. I'm looking forward to push it. I feel like the scenery right now, especially with podcasting, is, to be honest, to a degree, it's oversaturated. But in the midst of it, people want authenticity and they want quality. It's like the weed game right now. Everybody got the za. Niggas know the za and they really smoking on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I feel like we gotta, you know, we owe it to the system to bring what we got to the table. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this third season. I know we got a couple of episodes we got let out, you know, but yeah, man, I think it's a good time to jump back out there, you know what I mean?
Real talk, and not just jump back in any way, you feel me? Like in 2026, you can't just be selling gas. Like,
right.
I meet a grown man selling gas in 2026. I'm like, bro, where the dispensary at?
Right.
So, you know, we had to go back and get the dispensary, like, you know, the factory, because it's about consistency, like all things, you know?
Nah, that's a fact, bro.
But yeah, man, I see you got the Yankee fitted on. You representing, you know.
Yeah.
It's a sore spot for me right now, but like we gonna get into that conversation.
Yeah.
But shout out to New York, man. Knicks in 5, right?
Knicks in 5. Knicks in fucking 5, nigga. Fucking yeah, man. I ain't even gonna hold you, my nigga. Like it was just it was magical. Like and I ain't gonna hold, like I ain't never been a Knicks fan. You know, I actually used to be very disappointed with the Knicks. I felt like the Knicks, like, you know, the Knicks never had no pressure. Management never had no pressure to really build a real legit team. I think the closest we may have gotten to it was around Melo and Stack. But it's like, yeah, it was no pressure on the organization to really bring a winning championship team there, for the simple fact the Garden's always gonna sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. If you ever notice, like, people, like, greats from other teams, when they come to the Garden, the Mecca, they put up their best game. So it's like, you know, you have no problem selling Madison Garden tickets. And then, you know, you had the shit with Oakley and it was wild shit that kind of turned me off from the organization. And I'm not like, you gotta remember New York got the Yankees. So you talking about an organization that's brought what 27?
Yeah.
27 chips?
Yeah.
And then we looking at one that ain't been there since the 50s. It's like, it's at some point the pressure becomes so crazy that it's non-existent, nigga. You're squished. And I feel like the Knicks been squished for years, to the point where I know a lot of Knicks fans that had jumped ship when Kevin Durant was on Brooklyn. Like, it was an easy transition right over. And then we seen how that shit happened. So yeah, this shit right here, yeah, like I jumped on the bandwagon. I jumped to the back of it though, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I got on the back of that bandwagon. I felt I ain't gonna hold you, like just seeing them win, like I'm in the crib yelling like I'm been with the team this whole time. You know, and a lot of my close friends, you know, Trizzy and all them niggas, you know what I'm saying, Jay, all them niggas, they been Knicks fans, Bob been Knicks fans, but they also Jamaican and shit. So, you know, a lot of them has been Knicks fans since Pat. You know, so that was like, yeah, that
Patrick Ewing was Jamaican?
Yeah, facts. So, you know, that was pretty big. So yeah, it unified the city for sure, you know, and it put a big spotlight on the city. You know, I don't never be like saying like, yeah, New York is back. Like in my mind, New York ain't never went nowhere. Like we still gonna be lit wherever we go. But sometimes, you know, we become the butt of jokes. You know, when people feel like there's a throne that could be taken over, and but I really feel like we started making some traction with that whole Kiss and the Locks and Dipset shit.
Oh, the Locks versus Dipset, the Verzuz.
That Verzuz was crazy, you know.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say I was rooting. I was never rooting.
You was rooting for Dipset.
Nah. So,
bro, you the biggest Dipset fan I know,
let's
bro.
Explain it. Let me explain my position on that. It from a, you know, I felt like hits wise, the way we was, the verses, I felt like Dipset had a better chance of winning. But what I underestimated was teamwork. Like what the Locks got is a brotherhood. What the Dipset showed was a business. And that was exposed. Like, so I was never rooting. I didn't want that battle. I didn't want that battle to begin with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always go with the 9 before anything else. But I did think, I was like, this might be a little tough. You know, the newer generation is kind of closer to Dipset. They don't really know nothing about, they might know Kiss, but they may not really know about Styles and them niggas fucking, it was a remarkable performance, remarkable. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, my father used to they run the Lock security and shit, Rough Rider security and all of that. So like, yeah, that's family and shit, but yeah, I did, but that performance was beautiful. Granted, I feel like it could have went a different way based on different songs could have been played that wasn't played, and like there was a camaraderie that the Locks had, Dipset didn't. So yeah, I feel like, you know, there was but yeah, I felt like that kind of was really the reminder of what we could bring to the table as a state. And then, you know, kind of died down a little bit. And like, but right now, like, shit is crazy. You know, Knicks is winning. You got fucking Jay at Yankee Stadium. we gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We got some elite artists coming. You got Lady London. You know, I've been a fucking fan of her from Instagram videos. Like, I mean, like, we got, like, New York is really, like, making some real, you know what I'm saying, some real noise right now.
Yeah, y'all
so,
up right now.
Yeah, shout out to them. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like that Thug shit that happened kind of like put Atlanta on pause for a little bit. Future's still holding it down. Future's like single-handedly holding it down, but I do feel like, you know, like once you see a little crack, you know what I'm saying, people looking for that next thing, like, you know, to fill that shit. So yeah,
y'all on fire right now. Like Cardi B. You know
Cardi B's crazy.
I got a lot of motion.
Yeah, it's a lot of motion right now. So
yeah, man, and rest in peace if Pop Smoke was still here.
Right. Yeah, so, you know, for that aspect, I feel like certain places, like, you can't let it die.
Yeah. I mean, certain places just refuse to die, period.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
facts. For sake of the culture, you can't let New York go. Like, New York, I remember Dane broke it down one time. He was saying how, you know, New York or Harlem kind of run the world. He was breaking down the fashion industry and how, you know, the inspirations they grab and da-da-da, and he tied it all the way back to Paris and shit. Like, so yeah, you know, New York, I feel like for America to be on top, nigga, New York got to be in that top slot. Like, That's just how I feel.
Gotta be in the top slot.
Yeah, it has to, you know.
But you had said something interesting that I wanted to get back on, where we was talking about the locks and Dipset. And you said one represents a brotherhood and the other represents a business.
Facts.
Like, when I think of brotherhood, is that like a brother versus business type situation? Or is one like brotherhood and business and the other one is just business lacking brotherhood?
I feel like the difference with the locks, and it's evident, it's like, it's not even an opinion. I feel like it's facts. If you paid attention to that battle, everybody on the locks knew everybody's lyrics on all of their songs. You get what I'm saying? Like, Styles knew all the Sheik's verses. Kiss knew all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, that's because that's your brother. When that nigga's he's your favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Kiss will always say that, like, Styles' his favorite. Like, they are each other's favorite rappers. Like, whereas, and I feel like, and you have never, they've been out 30 years now. You've never heard no funny nothing with the locks pertaining to the locks. You can't pull up a video of Styles talking shady about Kiss. You can't, even though kind of Kiss, I don't even want to say the Beyonce, like, splitting from the Destiny Child, because he never split. Like, you get what I'm saying? But
that's real. His
solo career definitely went further commercially, but he never fully turned into a commercial nigga.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like with Dipset, if that ticket was given, it would have been taken, you know what I'm saying, by anybody. I felt like there was a lot of moves. Like, prime example, you would have never seen Styles on stage with 50 the way you seen Jim on stage with 50.
Facts.
That would have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, never. Like, if that shit happened, I'd stop listening to music because I would have no hope and faith in nobody. You know what I'm saying?
But to bring it, like, full circle, the reason I thought it was so interesting because, like, the crux of our show, the crux of what we talk about is the spirit economy,
Right.
When I think of brotherhood, I think of a spiritual bond between people.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That money can't get in the way of,
100%.
Or can't disrupt,
100%.
Because the most important person to me in the group is Sheik. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen Kiss have his historic run.
Right, right.
And we act like Styles didn't have a historic run, but Styles had Locked Up, one of the biggest records of hip hop history.
Facts.
Styles is on a lot of those J-Lo records.
Yeah.
Styles, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't see Sheik Luch in, those featured songs that they was doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, the bond between those people always stays strong. But that's what happens when you bring that spiritual element into, like, your commerce, or that spiritual element into the economics of the situation.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't do no funny business with labels. Like, Kiss would never sell Styles P's contract to Def Jam or something like that.
Right. Yeah, no, there was I think that was the biggest defining factor with that battle. It was just that, you seen, even like, they was rapping their shit. They just was putting a beat on and they was rapping their whole songs. Dipset was going along with the words. That was, you know what I'm saying? It was, I ain't gonna hold you. It was disappointing. Like, as a Dipset fan, it was definitely disappointing, but it was also gratifying. You know what I'm saying? Because you was able, especially like, so when you hear me say the nine, so I'm from Mount Vernon. So that's 914, it's Westchester County. So there's always like this dynamic of Mount Vernon, Yonkers, they not really New York because it's uptown. Mind you, it borders the Bronx. Like, literally, like, if you know what I'm saying, 241st is the Bronx, and then you walk 2 blocks up, you in Mount Vernon type shit.
Yeah.
You walk a couple blocks over, you in Yonkers. Like, so.
And some would say the biggest rapper from New York is from the Yonkers.
Yeah.
The Yonkers.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And born in New York. I'm born in Mount Vernon. Talking about X.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's born in Mount Vernon Hospital. You know what I'm saying? So.
X is DMX for people who don't know.
Yeah, so, and I always, Mount Vernon got that. We got Denzel. We got Heavy D. We got, like, so many, like, staple black culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's funny, though. I'm saying that to say, in that moment, it was like a win for Uptown to a degree. Because, it's Harlem and don't get it twisted, like Harlem has always been the focal point, especially in New York. Like if you was outside of Harlem, but yet you dressed like a Harlem nigga, you was considered fresh automatically. You know what I'm saying? Like they was always the bar to reach. Like if you can go out there and be acknowledged, you know what I'm saying? Like you made it, like you was legit or whatever the case may be. So like seeing something like that, it was a very powerful dynamic in the sense of being from New York, but not just being from New York, being from the 914 and, you know, seeing that go down like that. So, you know, big win, you know, a big win. But yeah, like that brotherhood shit, it's like the way the Locks attack music is the way they would attack work. Like, you know, like, yeah, we breaking these peas down, we breaking these bricks down, whatever. And, you know, we gonna keep our integrity in the midst of it. We going to, you know what I'm saying, never let the money, you know, take precedence over, you know, morals and shit like that. And I think that's what you seen at play. Like,
yeah,
in
for
that
sure.
battle.
Because there was so much discontent, you know what I mean?
Facts.
I think it came out that Cam got way more than all the other members of Dipset. You know, he negotiated a separate deal than them. Like, I don't think that was even like in the stratosphere.
Right. Yeah. Because Cam was talking about something like how niggas wanted to do something in the garden, and I think Jim had said something like, yo, you know, he wanted to go through, it was like, yeah, where's Swiss at? Or some shit like that, which was kind of like alarming to Cam, because it's like, nigga, why are we going to, you know what I'm saying, another nigga, it's the garden, like we could just bypass a lot. He was kind of breaking that shit. I thought that was an interesting watch, whatever. But yeah, I think that, you know, even that situation itself, it's like, you know, a shout out to Jim, because like currently, like he'll say some shit and people will be like, oh yeah, you know, the nigga just trolling or he just trying to get clicks. You know, he may say like he the toughest rapper out right now from New York and that but like, I ain't gonna hold you, like Jim put out some shit, I'll be looking forward to it. Like Jim's sound right now, like he really got better over time. Like his shit is aging like wine. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I do. Like I fuck with I fuck with everything Jim put out right now. It's a bop to me.
I always say that Pray for Rain is an incredibly underrated album. You know
Absolutely.
Like, I always say that, like,
absolutely.
But you know, he be wilding though. The Nas thing was a little bit of a
but that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like no. All right, so yeah, one of them shits he had said, he was talking about number ones or some shit like that. Now that's not opinionated, you know. We can type that up and we can see he's clearly wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Which I thought was, you know, but that shit was kind of wild when he said that shit, because like, you know, when a nigga say some shit so confidently, like you might be at work or something and you just kind of skimming through. You don't have the time to do the research. So a nigga say that shit and it's like, oh, word? Damn, I ain't even think of that. You thinking of shit, you know, he do got that song. Did that one go on? And then when you go do the research, you like, yo, my nigga, you're fucking bugging. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're fucking tripping. So, yeah, I thought that was an interesting stance. But he said he do a lot of that shit to troll. But I will say that listening, and this is just me, this is where opinion comes in. Like listening to Nas' newest shit, what's that with the King's Ransoms? He had like 3 of them shits or something. Like, am I tripping?
The joint with the wedding dress, the joint he did with the wedding dress. Okay. I don't remember the name of the album.
Yeah,
was fire.
Yeah, so I feel like,
but Nas can be a tough listen too sometimes.
That's what I was about to get to. I feel like the sound, like listening to some of that, it ain't really. I kind of was clicking more with what Jim was doing. Even with Cam, like I feel like you know, Cam would do his frestyles and shit on the show, but in comparison to everything that I've heard Jim, I do feel like I give him the edge with today. Like today, right now, a track, if I had the money to put one of the 3 on a track, and we just talking about them 3, I'm definitely, if we talking about Cam, Jim, or Nas, I'm gonna put Jim on a track with me. Absolutely. I'll pay for that feature. Before I just feel like with rap, it's like a muscle and you gotta work that shit out. And I feel like Jim is in the gym. And I feel like the other two kind of just jump in and they could still, they could still throw some weight up. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Jim just for the sound. Now, if we saying Jim or Jada, I'm going with Jada because Jada has never left the gym. Like, absolutely. And probably for real, and I'm going with Styles as well. Like, it's just the sound, preference,
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is just...
Yeah, 100%.
crazy to even... I mean, but you know better than most. But me personally...
Going Nas 1.
It's no way I would choose a...
Yeah.
And I like Jim Jones. I don't got no problem with Jim. But I would...
You're not going to pick... Not me.
I'm talking about just from an investment, period. Like...
Yeah, so...
Like, it's just no way.
So, yeah, I don't knock that part. Yeah, facts.
Just,
like,
no way.
if I can get the legendary Nas on a track versus... Yeah, but I'm talking about straight sound, straight music. If I feel like, I need a summer bop right now, Nas not giving me a summer bop over Jim right now. It's not happening. Nas never really been a summer bop nigga.
Yeah.
We can't think of no song that Nas done put out. You know what I'm saying? And granted, Nas like top, like I don't even want to make it sound like I'm kind of talking down. Nas is top 3 to me. You know what I'm saying? Like top 3 all time. Like
I think today,
but I'm not looking for him.
Today, 2026.
I'll go to Fat Joe for a summer bop before Nas.
Today, 2026.
Wait. Do you agree?
No.
If you need a summer anthem, you gonna go to Nas before Fat Joe?
Yes.
No.
Because especially now,
hell no.
Especially now, because
hell no.
You don't even need, especially now with a level of production is that
Nas has never put out a summer anthem in his whole career. He's never put out a summer joint that's blasting on the radio for the summer. That's a summer jam.
It wasn't a club jam, but Nas had a song that was the biggest song of the summer of the year.
What?
I know I can be what I want to be.
Yeah, that was one. That was 20 years ago.
That was 20 years ago. Cool, but the Jim...
Over Fat Joe?
Jim's number one, Jim's last number one was balling.
Nah. That's outside of New York. That's outside of New York. In New York, Jim be putting up bangers.
When we say number one, we're not saying number one in New York. I'm not in New York. I never been from New York. I'm talking about me personally.
What I'm saying is a summer jam, if you want a summer hit, no, you're not going to, if you want to get through the year, if you want to get through the year,
get through the
go to
months.
Nas. Yeah, you go with Nas. I'm not thinking, summertime. Let me get me and Nas on this track for this summer joint. Niggas black. Nah, hell no. I'm going to Fat Joe before all of them. Fat Joe is a very consistent anthem ass nigga.
Is Fat Joe a very consistent anthem person, or does Fat Joe have a really good relationship with some of the best summer anthem producers we know? Like when we talking Scott Storch, who's them other guys he put on? I forgot the name of them. Oh,
I think he put on Khaled. Honestly,
DJ Khaled. You talking DJ Khaled, Scott Storch, just some other guys.
You heard the new track they got right now?
Who?
Kissing Joe.
But that's what I'm saying though, because people would say that Jadakiss is not a big number one song of the summer guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got songs of the summer, but it's with J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's with Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Jadakiss not known for being the go-to person if I need a smash record. You know what I'm saying? But it's no way.
But he's the go-to person if you need a consistent nigga. I need a feature on here that's gonna be. If
I need a mercenary for this track, I need somebody who is going to give me bars, a verse that I know, that is going to be unforgettable.
Right.
I'm going to go Jadakiss. Now, I do, me personally, I choose Jadakiss over Nas. I do. But only because album-wise...
I think Kiss just checks a couple more boxes.
And album-wise, Top 5 Dead or Alive is one of my favorite albums of all time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I guess it's just...
But if we're talking lyrics, solely lyrics, you go Nas.
Because lyrics and bars aren't the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lyrics and bars are not the same
So
thing.
that's what I'm saying.
So if I'm going lyrical content, meaning like the lyricism, the actual content in the message is going to take me further, I'm going to go Nas.
Okay.
But if I'm going like, oh my God, that was just crazy how he worded this.
Yeah.
Like when I'm thinking of somebody saying the same thing in a way I never heard before, I'm going to go Jadakiss. If I'm thinking of someone saying something that I never even thought of like that,
Nigga
I'ma go
Kiss,
Nas.
Nigga Kiss just said some shit like on this most recent shit. He was like, I'm the OG. I'm more like Juan than an Anobi. And I'm like, a nigga just fucking went crazy right there. Like, nigga just went nuts. Yeah, yeah, bro. He top 5 for a reason. It's like, and I think his even saying that top 5, like to be known as top 5, what's so powerful about that is saying you can ask a nigga his top 5 and certain niggas may not be in it. Nigga top 5 may not have Big in it. Nigga may not have J in it, may not have M in it, but in all top 5s, Kiss is in it.
no. Jadakiss is not in all top 5.
I haven't heard a top 5 that niggas ain't
Bro,
put Kiss
maybe in Yonkers, Mount Vernon.
Nah, bro.
But the average person is.
I have not heard a rapper. I'm talking about rappers. If we pull up if you pull up the top 10 rappers,
you know this why people be mad at New Yorkers, bro. Cause y'all are very biased, bro. Like,
Kiss.
If you go to the West Coast, the average person is not putting Jadakiss in.
You
top
go to the
5.
West Coast, they top 5 is gonna be comprised of niggas that ain't in niggas top 10. You can't even put who outside of Pac.
But you just
They gonna throw Nip. They gonna throw Nip.
But I done seen people pick Andre 3000 over Jadakiss.
That's fair.
It's
Over
like,
him. No. Over him. But
so,
Stacks would be 3 and Kiss maybe 5. I have not heard a top 5 ever.
Nah.
And niggas don't put in Kiss. I haven't heard it.
Think most people's top 5. The you're not taking out. You're not going to take out. Most people not going to take out Biggie.
Is Kiss in your top 5?
Some days. It
Kiss in your top 5?
He talking to Uno. Kiss not in a lot of people top 5s. It's rap is. What's my top 5? What's your top 5? What's your top 5?
Hold on.
No.
There be categories. There's categories.
No. It ain't no
my
categories.
top 5. Listen,
it's
my
no
top 5.
To a top 5.
So listen, my top 5 is not in order.
Okay, you ain't got to be in order.
All
but
right.
It's a top 5.
X.
I don't want to hear top 5.
All right. I got you.
In this context.
No.
What's
My
your top 5?
X.
Yay.
Pac. Nas.
Kiss. Cool. It's quality top 5.
It's my 5.
My top 5 is going to be J.
Okay.
X.
Okay.
Pac.
Okay.
Nas.
Okay. And you're trying not to put Kiss in there now.
No. I'll be debating Kiss.
And who?
Because it'd be between Kiss. It'd be between Andre 3000.
Okay.
And it'd be between, who I leave out? I don't think I said Biggie. And it'd be between Biggie. I be having to choose between Kiss, Biggie. I got people I gotta choose from.
Ayo.
But Nas one of my favorite. Nas got some of my favorite verses I've ever heard.
I feel like Nas' style
when Nas diss
the
50,
most unique.
When Nas diss 50, bro, and Queens Get the Money,
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, this verse is ridiculous. Take 27 MCs and put them in a lineup and out of there. What do you say? Put them in the line and out of there. Is my alignment 60-year retirement. Crying about some man the chronic, get rich with Dallas ramen, but this is hot summits. Now take 23 more for Queens to be more. I'm over their head like a bulimic on a seesaw. Now that's 50 porch monkeys lined up at the same time. Nasty NASDAQ. Y'all gonna bow homes. This Dow Jones. I'm like, bruh. This is the verse that I can't think of any other rapper.
Might be my number 1. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Nas is different. Nas is tough.
Yeah,
I just can't think of who best rappers alive, it's really hard for me.
So look, but this is what I'm saying. Like y'all forced me into just saying my top 5, and I was kind of going with faves. But see how you say that when you say top 5 rappers, that's something totally different.
I ain't go faves.
I feel like top 5 rappers, because a top 5 rapper, Big is in there. But like if I'm saying rappers, like
top 5 rappers, who are your top 5
Kiss is
rappers?
still in that one too. That's what I'm saying.
It's cool.
It's gonna be because Pac wasn't the most lyrical to me, so therefore he's not in my top 5 rappers. Right? He's like my top 5 hip hop artists. X not necessarily in my top 5 rappers. You get what I'm saying? Because again, we're talking about artistry, impact, things of that nature, right? Ye may not even make it in my top 5 rappers because we're talking about artistry. Kiss is still in that list.
Sure.
So if I'm going lyrics,
y'all see how he somehow still made this like a contextual top 5?
Yeah, it is.
Don't let that go over y'all heads.
It is because like now what we looking at, I got Wayne in my shit. I got Jay in my shit. I got Big in that shit. Pause, bro. We might have to scratch that whole. I ain't even like how that was sounding. That was sounding crazy. We might have to. I got yo. That was wild. Yeah, it was crazy.
Pause.
Jay, just pause that whole shit. I got Jay, Big, Nas, Wayne, Kiss. That's my top 5 rappers. Yeah,
all right. So
it's a different joint.
This is my thing. And you right. That Lil Wayne point is really potent. Cause that's another person who I just be like, dog, it'd be hard for me to leave Lil Wayne out. When I'm thinking of a rapper, I'm thinking of an MC. And I always have divided MCs into 2 categories.
Right.
I got the master of ceremony, which is the messenger. You know what I mean? And then I have the mover of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? If we talking about mover of the crowd, then I can see, you know, I just blended to 2 lists.
But see, you see how you say MC? Now when you say MC, now I'm thinking of the Black Thoughts. Now I'm thinking of the 3 Stacks.
See, but those are messengers, right? But then you have people who can do both. Like Andre 3 Stacks is somebody who can do both. He could give you a crazy message, but he can also move the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw the Kendrick versus Drake beef, I'm like, okay, this is someone who can move the crowd versus a messenger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is somebody who Manish on the beat, shebang. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is I love myself.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, let's kind of alter. Let's take a little.
It's a good time. It's a good time to switch up.
Yeah. What's your feelings with this K. Dot shit? The K. Dot Drake shit.
Boy, yo, bro, I've been in a whirlwind about this topic because at first,
I don't even know if we dropped the episode.
We never dropped that episode.
Oh yeah,
we gotta drop that episode.
Yeah,
that was like COVID,
right?
Like
and
fresh
it was
like fresh, not COVID, but fresh.
And it was like, see, that's why we had the timestamp on there because what niggas was talking about came to pass.
Yeah.
But how a lot of shit played out. Cause I'm not. Let me tell you this, yo. Let me say this real quick. The nigga Dame said this shit the other day. And he said it, I feel like I've said this shit, but when I say this shit, it comes out way more complicated. But he had made a point. He was saying how good and evil, like, are the people good and are they evil who celebrate me and Jay? That's what he was saying, right? Okay. That's what Dame was talking about. And I've always said this shit because this shit never made no sense to me. How is it that the nigga that, like, if you was to categorize K. Dot, right?
Yeah.
He's anti-establishment.
I'm not gonna say that.
Anti-system.
I ain't gonna say that.
He's not pro-system.
I think he gotta be in the pro.
Well, no. All right. What I'm saying is
the
packaging.
The packaging.
He's packaged as anti-establishment.
Facts, but
the powers, fuck the power, fight the power. That's what he's packaged as. Yeah. What trips me out is And again, people like who they like. I've never really been a fan. You know, I've always been critical of the nigga way back from the fucking the Control song. I felt like the nigga was a plant then, whatever.
K-Dot not a plant, man.
He's definitely a plant, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'll die on this hill. That ass. I'm gonna tell you why the niggas.
Make your point,
yeah,
and I want ample time to respond to the point you making about K-Dot.
So right off the bat, and like I said, the nigga Dame had broke it down so smoothly, but he was talking about him and Jay. But the point is universal. You can't be anti-establishment when the establishment gave you 25 fucking Grammys. You're not gonna be rewarded by the system that you're allegedly against. Very simple. Very simple point. I could get deep into the shit and point out that, you know, what he done this and then compare it to. It's a very simple fucking point. When you are against the system is not going. And I take this back to DMX. DMX, remember that whole situation when it was Jay, funny, you know, but it was Jay who won that fucking the #1 album of the year or whatever, or #1 artist. I forgot what the shit was, the Grammy or whatever. And X had dropped 2 #1 joints in the same year. He wasn't even nominated. So when I look at shit like that, I'll be like, all right, there go a nigga that's not really in the system, pro system, or part of that entity. And then you got these other peoples, and then, you know, later on, this guy goes on to become a billionaire, whatever. It's a whole nother situation or whatever. But the point that I'm making is there was boycotts and shit about that. You know, my thing with the Grammys has always been every other year we boycotting them this year, and then we form this year. We boycotting them this year, then we get somebody to go perform, i.e. a Jay or Kendrick Lamar, shit like that to perform. Then it seems like he's rewarded later on. Like, the nigga just won a fucking award and he ain't drop a fucking album in 2 years. Very interesting. So when I say if he's packaged as anti-establishment, anti-system, I don't understand how the people that follow him because of that can still be in line with that shit, knowing the man has 25, what do you got, like 27 Grammys?
This is my problem. This is my only problem.
Plant.
This is my only thing.
Plant.
This is only my thing. All of them rappers in the garden, all of them rappers signed to a major label, they all in the garden. I don't even succumb to a non-plant with a major deal. Like, that's like being like in the executive ranks at Viacom and saying you're not a part of whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, so I'm not going to go as far as saying
that. Go ahead, because I have a very simple rebuttal to that. But keep going.
Go ahead. What's up?
My rebuttal is every slave wasn't the same slave. You had niggas that was in the field and every day they was plotting on escaping this motherfucker. They was actually put out in the field because we couldn't trust this nigga in the house because he'd kill Massa the second he had the chance. But then you had them slaves still under the same entity that not only would they give their life to protect Massa, but they'll also let Massa know about the other fucking slaves' plans to escape the plantation. Now, we can take that analogy, we can plug it into a nigga who allegedly, you know what I'm saying?
But is that relevant? So Drake isn't a field slave. You're not going to sell me.
Nope.
You're not going to sell me.
I didn't say that.
On Drake.
I didn't say that.
Because the same person who funding Kendrick Lamar now,
Grange,
was
right.
Drake got bars saying, I'm about to call Lucian.
Yeah.
So we not about to act like we talking about this is field slave versus.
But see, that's the thing. I never said nothing about Drake.
But when you pose the argument
about Drake,
but we started this whole conversation, Kendrick versus Drake.
Right.
So when we talking about that as the initial juxtaposition, and then we're saying Kendrick Lamar is a plant. The first point you make is Kendrick Lamar is a plant. You're not about to make it seem like Drake is some wildflower. Like,
that's not
fair at all.
This is what I would say. To Drake's defense. This is what I say to Drake's defense. He's never positioned himself to be anti-establishment. Prime example, like you just said, he's publicly come out and talked about what Kanye call him, his rich baby daddy or some shit like that when he talk about Lucian. Like, he's never hid that shit. It's like the shit with Charlemagne. Like when Academics and Charlemagne is going back and forth, Ac is saying, I've never hid the fact that I wear the OVO chain. I've never hid the fact of my involvement with Drake and them. You've hid the fact that you were not just working on side of Roc Nation, but in this paperwork, it shows you're working under Roc Nation. That's the problem. Like once you position yourself to be like the nigga said, he was like, you rap like you trying to free the slaves, but that's not the actuality of things. What I would say in Drake's defense is, I've seen Drake put on way more niggas than I've seen Kendrick. Now we can get into, well, he's putting on niggas to be into the system, so is that really a win, right?
And it's like, can you really say Drake put people on when the people who he quote unquote put on, like,
we're on their way up?
Well, not well.
That's a rebuttal.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they were on their way up, but like,
I feel like they was trending north, but a Drake
I'm not saying. And first of all, I just want to make this point clear. Like, I ain't got no problems with Drake. I like Drake music. I'm just saying, like, I don't like this great hope thing where it's like, oh, look at him just coming into these black communities and putting these rappers on. These rappers worked really hard and they already had hits that was bubbling and it was a fair exchange. Like they get a bump from Drake and Drake gets a bump.
Relevance.
He gets a bump
maintain
of relevance. Not just maintain relevance, but in business, everybody knows it's all about being exposed to different demographics. So like, you know, that's why people say that the Kendrick is, all right, he rap like, but the things that Kendrick was saying in that beef, it wasn't like because DJ Mustard was just so good at producing. The things he was saying about Drake, a lot of people in America agree with. Like the run to Atlanta to get a check balance bar, definitely a lot of people found relevance in that. You know what I'm saying? Between Future, between 21 Savage, between the other rappers. You get what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. Like I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but you know
what I mean? And,
I get that.
But we also gotta talk that it's not like K-Dot ain't put nobody on. Like
I don't know who he's put on. Who's he put on?
SZA.
Hell no. SZA was thumping way before that. What are you talking about?
SZA was not bumping.
Yo, bro, that tour the tour them niggas was on. Yo, the tour them niggas was on was hot because she was there. I'm telling you, if you would have split that shit up, bro. If you would have split that tour up, I can almost guarantee you SZA's numbers would have done better than his.
Kendrick popped before SZA did. That's not debatable.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar is the main rapper on TDE. SZA was signed to TDE.
She signed to TDE. I didn't know she was signed to TDE.
Yes, SZA is a TDE artist. That's why that's why when Kendrick Lamar got called for the Black Panther album, that's how SZA got on the Black Panther soundtrack.
Okay.
Because of her TDE affiliation.
Yeah, I didn't know she was signed to TDE.
She was signed to TDE, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, so.
Yeah, but I still
like
think.
Baby Keem. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but
like
I still think
J-Rock,
that. I still think that.
Q. Yeah, like, it's
all of them niggas, no. They're not put on to me. They're not put on to me.
Schoolboy Q had his way, but Schoolboy Q talks about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, but I feel like they in that category of those type of niggas.
Schoolboy Q wasn't rapping.
You know what I'm saying? They in that category of those type of niggas. Those type of niggas. Those type of rap niggas. Like the woke-ish, you know what I'm saying? May not wear deodorant
that's
niggas.
His coast. That's his coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He putting on people in his area. Like, if you think about LA rap is known for being a more conscious rap area than most other areas in the United States.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like, that's just.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
That's
this
just conversation. You talk about NWA.
Like my distaste and the nigga. I don't fuck with the K. Keep it 100 with you, bro.
I already know.
I just
you know, Big Rich. I love everybody.
Nah, yeah, right. But not. But
you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's because it is. It's like I don't knock. Like I said, we are acknowledging the fact that his packaging is woke, black power, shit like that.
Not only his packaging though, Biz. Like. The actual music can speak to that. His music
but I don't. But that's the thing. I don't do. I can't.
But his music
I can't
is
get
affirming.
with it. If his music was as threatening to the establishment as it's presented, the establishment would not be platforming. I'll give you a prime example. Hold on. Watch this. Prime example.
But can I just say one thing?
All right, go ahead.
Something can be affirming to the black community on one end and not anti-establishment. Like those two things, pro-black and anti-white isn't the same thing.
No. It is.
It's not.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because in order for the establishment to be as powerful as it is, it has to subjugate black. It works hand in hand. So the system can't be as powerful as it is.
In order for black people to grow in power,
okay,
it requires the galvanization of black people, the unity of black people. The strongest device in the world is unity. Our unity is stronger than an atom bomb.
Right.
So like someone who is affirming, someone who is giving positive images of black people, to me still deserves some type of credit for like not saying point. Like, especially if we talking about another rapper who has plenty of evidence of lyricisms, of actual songs, having people actually dancing to things that paint our community in not the most positive light.
All right, so this is what I would say. I feel like that Drake, what you saying, that Drake and K-Dot situation was probably the most divisive shit I've seen in hip hop in a very fucking long time. Sure. I seen behaviors that was comparable to politics when it came to the Drake. Like I remember like since Trump got on the scene, I would see niggas post shit like, yeah, if you fuck with Donald Trump, I don't care. It's not just politics. Don't talk to me no more. I ain't fucking with you no more. If you didn't get the vaccine, you putting people's lives at danger. Fuck you. I ain't fucking with you no more. Take it out. Like I seen a level of divisiveness from COVID and Trump that I've never seen before. When I watched this Drake shit, the Drake and K-Dot shit, it was the most divisive shit I've seen in hip hop since East Coast, West Coast. And even during East Coast, West Coast, it was just East Coast, West Coast. That was it. It didn't even leave those coasts. It was New York versus Cali. Yes. This shit, it's like niggas is on some whole other shit.
But rap beef is inherently divisive.
It's not as much as it has been, to the point where even Jay came out and was like, oh, this is bad for hip hop.
Everybody called Jay out because Jay performed Takeover and Jay performed Takeover on MTV Unplugged.
I thought that was very
you're not about to talk me into Not Like Us and what was Drake's joint called? It was a bunch of them. Was it Family Matters? We're not going to say, nobody in the world is going to tell me Not Like Us versus Family Matters was anything comparable to Takeover versus Ether. Like what are you saying? Like as far as vileness, as far as like even when we go to the divisive thing, bro, when I was growing up in hip hop, like you was either Team Nas or you were Team Jay. It wasn't a lot of people.
So look,
it's a lot of people whose hate for Jay-Z started at Ether.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you when the Jay-Z hate started at the Rockefeller breakdown. When Rockefeller broke up,
no,
absolutely.
Listen, can't tell me that people wasn't hating Jay back when Ether dropped.
I'm telling you, they wasn't, bro. Listen, I'm there. I'm live with it. First of all, there was more disappointment in Nas. I'm gonna tell you why. Nas won it in New York. The radio stations came out, we got Ether, Nas won the battle. That's what it was. This is the best analogy I can give to what Nas did.
Okay.
It's the best analogy to why I was so disappointed.
We got to rein it back to Kendrick and
I'm going to get back to him.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kendrick and Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is what it was. Wrestling. Now you had a ladder match. And the ladder match, you got the belt was right there, right?
Bears are his analogy.
Nah. This is how I broke this shit down. For real, listen. What happened was, it was like Nas caught this nigga with the stunner. Boom, bow. Jay's out. You won. Just climb the fucking ladder and grab the belt. Nas didn't do that. He won, didn't put out no new album. He didn't ride that wave, and then he had all of that shit with Khalees happening. It was a lot of shit that was going on to where Jay was able to sit up, shake it off, and while Nas was outside the ring arguing with my nigga Jim and them niggas, Jay just climbed the fucking ladder and grabbed the belt. And then he was back to being the king. You see what I'm saying? Like Nas didn't use it, like you had all of New York behind you and he didn't put out nothing of any significance to ride that wave off into the sunset. To the point where the next time we see Nas, you signing with Jay. It's like, what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Like, it was like, oh shit. So that's what I'm saying what happened with that situation. Now, what makes the Drake and Kendrick shit so powerful is you have a nigga that's packaged as anti-establishment, and then you have another nigga who, for some weird reason, they try to say he's not part of the culture as if his father's not black. We got a lot of mixed niggas in the world. So they try to paint it like he's not really black, even though his father's a fucking black jazz musician, right? It's like as soulful as you can fucking get, right? And he's literally at war with the system. He's literally battling a contract circumstance to where he's fighting bots.
But you know where points get deducted.
Where?
He just used that system to destroy Meek Mill.
Yeah, no. Time out. Whoa, wait. Time out.
He just all of the same thing I saw them do to Drake.
Is that a world tour? Your girls tour? Let me tell you something, nigga. That Meek shit. Meek didn't lose because of Drake. Meek lost because of Meek. Meek put nothing. How long was it before Meek responded to that back-to-back? Back-to-back is one of the hardest.
I'm gonna keep it real though.
About to have me sound like a fucking Drake fan.
You are. I'm gonna keep it real though. It's okay. I'm gonna keep it real though. Meek did take a little while to respond. Nas took a little while to respond. But when Meek did respond,
well, that's because Nas put that on the album.
But when Meek did, you said he never dropped the album.
No, remember, Ether was on the album.
That disrupts the conversation because when Ether dropped, he dropped it on an album.
No, right. No. But what I'm saying is, remember, they had No, what I'm saying is the battle was won when it was compared on the radio station. Like they had a vote on the radio station. What I'm saying is once it was acknowledged Nas won the battle, he didn't put nothing out after that. That's what I was saying. He didn't ride that wave afterwards.
But he still had an active album out. All I'm saying is, me personally, if we going,
what did Meek put out?
Meek put out a crazy diss record.
Do y'all remember the Meek shit?
I do.
How'd it go?
My favorite joint was because he did two.
Bring it back.
The first one is this is the early see-ins of
Back to Back was crazy.
Back to Back was not that crazy. Let's cut the cat, bro.
Tripping? Yo, Back to Back might have been one of the hardest fucking tracks of Drake's career.
It's a great song. Back to Back is a great song, but you're not gonna paint this as some disrespectful diss record.
I didn't say super disrespectful.
But we talking about.
And then honestly,
you know what the root word of disrespectful is? Diss. And you know what we talking about? Diss records.
Nah, I do. I don't think it was as vulgar. I don't think it was as vulgar.
We know it wasn't vulgar,
but I feel like it was very disrespectful.
But you know why we know it wasn't disrespectful? Because there's no curse words on the song. Like he didn't even curse him out. You get what I'm saying? Like you go back and listen.
Wait. Let me ask you this: where do you rank Back to Back and Not Like Us?
I look at them same level. I look at them both as Lucian. Lucian did his thing with those. I look at them both as like, oh, we're going to promote both of these joints because this is my go-to guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is my go-to guy.
But I'm just saying.
They equal. I don't look at either one of them.
You got them equal?
Honestly, yeah. I was going to ask y'all a quick question though.
Yeah.
What's that?
What is worse, having an actual diss record or having this record that is known to people? Like, even though Back to Back wasn't vulgar, it was a radio hit.
That shit was
like,
and I don't feel like it was
this, but it's a radio. It was played at the
but
Super Bowl.
This is a great question.
It was a lot of backing behind that shit. Nobody listen.
But
every time I've heard Not Like Us, I had to hear it from somebody else. Back to Back, I went to my phone to listen to that. I was putting that on to hear.
1000%. But you gotta look at this. This is the continuation, right? Because people say the same thing about Takeover and Ether. Like, Ether is a far better diss record.
Right.
But Takeover is on an MTV album that you can hear live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can hear Jay-Z perform this live with a live band and background singers
that's
and
my point.
all of these things. I'm with you.
That's my point.
I'm just saying.
Takeover, like Not Like Us, was endorsed by the industry in the system.
And like back to back as well.
I don't think back. I feel like back. No.
You're crazy.
I hear.
That's when we found out about the. That's when we found out about the. And no disrespect, this is when we found out about the P situation. We found out about the P situation in the movie theater on that Meek Mill diss track. We found out a lot of dirt on that Meek Mill soundtrack.
Crazy.
That you
talking about the T.I. shit.
No, the Diddy joint. Like,
it was T.I.
It was T.I. But it was at a Diddy party.
Right.
But
like, on that nigga.
But
That's
all
crazy.
I'm saying is, you had to go and search that Meek Mill diss. Like, you had to go on the interweb and look for that joint.
I give you that.
You had to go on the interweb.
All right,
they playing back to back on 93.9 WKYS.
All right.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
All right.
So when I'm talking about, like, both of these people had like,
I'm not gonna argue.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Drake signed a deal with Apple after back to back. Drake had the whole power structure of Apple and Lucian Grange with him during this era, bro. So we not going to act.
All right. No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I give you that. All right. No. I'm not.
Like that,
I'm not gonna drive nothing in. You know what I'm saying?
Can't play it like that,
so,
bro.
But this is what I would say. Analogy time, right? I look at that the way when niggas compare Jordan and LeBron, right? And I always say, LeBron.
I knew he was going to segue into this one.
I always said the weird nigga LeBron has always had specific help from the system to further his career. And we call that superstar help, right?
Yeah.
And then niggas say,
modern era. That's a modern era concept, yeah.
Right? And then niggas say, so you saying Jordan didn't get superstar help, or Kobe didn't get superstar help? What I always say to that is, Kobe and Jordan, it didn't take that much fucking help. Now, did they call every foul on these niggas? Maybe not. Did they call every foul in favor of them? Probably so, right? The difference is, when Kobe's at the line and LeBron's at the line, or when Jordan's at the line or LeBron's at the line, they don't got no tool to make a free throw go in. You get what I'm saying? What Jordan and Kobe brought to the table, it was easy to help them. It's a difference between control and influence. With Jordan and Kobe, they influenced. There was a little bit of influence, but if you took it away, maybe Jordan gets 5 and not 6. Maybe Kobe gets 4 and not 5. But their hard work got them where they was. We didn't need to get 2 other superstars to come play with the nigga. We ain't need to fucking fix 4 fucking first round picks for Cleveland just so we can get Bennett, Wiggins, and Kyrie and all that. We didn't have to do all of that shit for these niggas. You give this nigga Pippen, he's good. You give this nigga Powell, he's good. Matter of fact, let's take Chris Paul away from this nigga because he might do too much. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what I mean by the difference between Not Like Us and back to back. Back to back would have been a bank. Wait, no.
Taking it too far.
No,
taking it too far.
Here's the point I'm making. No, listen. Let me connect it. The reason why I say that is because everything the nigga Drake did at the time was fucking gold. Everything he put out was already gold. That's not the case with Kendrick. Kendrick's biggest moments in hip hop history were both times when he's going at people. Control and Not Like Us.
Nah, but
those are the 2 biggest moments, bro. Those are the 2 biggest moments in his career. Is when he was going at other rappers, and the first time he did it, none of them niggas he went at was able to come back at him. None of them.
I don't think the Control moment is bigger than I Love Myself, but I give you that.
I Love Myself. What's that?
I Love Myself, that song. Like,
definitely was big, because I don't even know what this song is, bro.
Well,
definitely
you
was.
know that song.
I don't. The Control moment was way larger. Those are the 2 most significant times. And I'm not saying the nigga's not lyrical. I'm not saying, what I'm saying is you cannot market yourself as an anti-establishment, power for the people, slave-freeing nigga and got 27 fucking Grammys. It doesn't work that way. It's just that simple, bro.
I'm with you there.
That's all. And if Drake was to get just as many, listen, like you said, the nigga is half Jewish. He's technically being culturally correct to his own DNA. So you can't even knock him if he's able to pull from his own people. He got the shit split in half. So I think that it's a bigger difference. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that you mentioned that shit with how the takeover shit went down. Because yeah, you right. That shit was thrown on MTV. It was like, I didn't even think of it like that because had they went to a world vote, Jay might have won that. But they went to a New York vote. That's what made that shit heavy. Because they kept it home. They kept it homegrown.
But in New York. But still,
in New York.
But globally.
With 2 New York niggas.
Yeah, but globally, a lot of people still sided with Jay in that battle. Like, globally.
Yeah, I feel
just
like
because most people just heard Takeover
right
more than they heard,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Ether. I don't even know what
Ether's
album.
Still number one.
I don't know what album Ether is on.
Ether is still
I don't know what album Ether on.
Damn, I was about to say Godson. It's not Godson.
It was the one with the orange.
Yeah, and the blue shit. It's not Godson. It might be Godson. No, it's not Godson.
55,000 people just went to go see Takeover. And the Blueprint.
Yeah.
At Yankee Stadium. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, but they said that the tickets dropped by like $200-$300 the week coming up to it, bro.
Not mine, but who knows?
Not yours.
Not mine.
If y'all, look, I don't know, bro. I feel like we gotta talk about that. I do feel like I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if y'all fuck with the academics, nigga, man. I don't know if y'all fuck with the academics, nigga. But I want to say,
Drake fan. I'm trying to tell you.
Ak has been like 100 for 100 when it comes to how he feels. The Rock Nation and Jay-Z marketing team will be handling things. Like he'll call shit out like a week prior. Like, yeah, look forward to Rock Nation pushing out these type of stories. And I'm telling you, that nigga's like, his batting average is crazy right now, my nigga. And but
it's a reason why he's successful. People try to discredit academics, but like he's a successful person because he don't be terribly wrong.
Right. And I think he's like,
you know
I want to say there's an independence to him to where he feels like I could talk freely. Because that's the thing. With everything being so guarded by politics in the game right now, everybody almost has to sound the same because y'all can't touch on certain subjects and y'all supposed to promote certain subjects. So that leaves the window very small to where you have a big opening for niggas who want to just talk real shit that you're not going to see on the Breakfast Club. You're not going to see on certain streams and this, that, and the third, which is why I said even in the beginning, I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect time for us to really dive into this shit because yeah, you know, niggas don't give a fuck. Like, we gonna have our different opinions and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And granted, I do feel they may be biased at times, but they're still honest to who we are. Is nobody giving no script.
Real shit. But that's why I made that point earlier when you got into like the field slave, house slave thing.
Yeah.
It's like I can't look for anti-establishment things within the establishment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But see, what I was saying with that was I feel like Drake is the mixed child that's living in the house. And if I got the choice to side with my father and stay here in the AC or side with my mama and be out there in the heat, I might stay with but that don't mean I won't help my cousins out and like, yo, listen, you know, Master go to sleep around 5 o'clock. It's a good time for y'all niggas to get up out of here. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't coming with y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's Drake. I may help y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying, do what y'all do and y'all do it, but I'm not but again, like I'm not gonna. But talking about 55,000 at the fucking stadium, it was 54,999, nigga. Because yeah, like, so what happened, bro? So I wake up. I'm gonna let you know, I wake up Saturday morning and I'm getting text messages and shit. And they all like, they coming from websites, IG pages and shit. Yo, what's good? What happened? And your boy Mo got kicked out of the fucking Jay-Z concert. I'm like, I'm like, what? So I'm watching. I go straight to your page. I see the full video, and I'm like, oh yeah. Now, mind you, let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm a fucking comment warrior, nigga. I be in the comments all day, nigga. I spend at least 2-3 hours throughout a whole day. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth with niggas. I love it. I do. I love it. It's like being in the gym, sparring with niggas all day. I love it. So, especially when it's something that I care about. So I'm looking at these comments, and you'll tell the story. But one thing that I have to say is the engine that is behind J, Rock Nation, and all of that. It's a very sensitive one. Meaning, any form of criticism, any form of anything remotely negative that's pointed at that man's direction, the fans, they're just like the Beehive. They'll come in and they don't give a fuck. They gonna sting. And one thing that bothered me was going through the comments, I'm seeing so many people paint Rich to be like this, like, clout chaser, anti-J, another nigga trying to jump on a bandwagon. And as I'm reading this, I'm feeling bad for bro. Because I'm like, he may be the biggest J fan that I fucking know. Like, hands down. Like, that, like, and I it's my cousin Sam, my bro Laffy, and Mo. Those are like the 3 biggest Jigga fans that I know. And out of the 3, I got him at the top of that. And these are niggas like, we go so hard, we'll fall out for weeks over some J shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm reading the comments, I'm like, yeah, like I remember one of the comments, a nigga said, yeah, the nigga did this so he could promote his business, this, that. I said, so he spent $3,000. He could have put that $3,000 on fucking Instagram ads and then reached people without the controversy. Like, so I'm like, you don't even really know the nigga. So to see how that was you know what I'm saying, unraveling and just looking at, it's like why I don't like fucking LeBron. I don't dislike necessarily LeBron that much. I dislike LeBron fans because of how delusional niggas will get. You say, spelling contest, and then if you don't put LeBron in the shit, then you a LeBron hater. And it's a very toxic world we're living in when it comes to this idolatry and celebrityism or whatever. So yeah, like I want to hear like, yeah, what happened? You know what I'm saying? You know, step by step. I'm going to give you what I feel like happened.
What you feel like happened?
I'm going to give you what I feel like happened, you know, behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like just from putting the pieces together. But yeah, like.
Should I go right into what happened, or should I go with what like disturbed me most after it happened?
No. Go right into what happened. Start.
So
boom.
The story is not that exciting.
I want to start from the buying of the ticket, nigga.
All right. If you really want to know how about the ticket, this is how about the ticket.
Because we got to explain how deep this shit is.
And the only person who could really testify to this is my homegirl, because I called her right before I bought the ticket. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm walking down the steps. I've been telling people, you know, I'm opening my second store in D.C. where I grew up at. So, I'm walking down the steps, about to go put up some stuff, meet some contractors, all of that. And I'm like halfway down the steps, and I was like, man, let me pray. So like, I literally like really got like kneeled down right there, prayed, right? And when I finished my prayer, I go on Threads. I get a notification on Threads. I check my notification, go back to the homepage of Threads. And when I go back to the homepage, it's like new tickets just dropped for the Jay-Z concert. Like Bizz said, I'm a big Jay-Z fan, so I type in Jay-Z concert on the search engine. First thing come up is StubHub. Click StubHub.
Yo, quick pause. When we say big fan, the nigga got Jigga in his dissertation.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
No,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, he was at the Roots.
I was VIP at Roots Picnic. You know what I'm saying? All of those things. You feel me?
All right.
I didn't cause no disruptions at the Roots Picnic. Like, I promise you, nobody knows me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so I see a ticket, and like I said in my second video, like I sort high to low. Like when I shopping for anything, I want to know the best rated seat. You know what I'm saying? So I see front row. Like it just said front row. It said front row, VIP, reserved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, It was like 2 bands. Yeah, and then another comment, $700 in fees. So I paid like close to $3,000. You know what I'm saying? Especially once you include travel and all of that. I could pay like $3,000, but I'm like, you know, this could be my last opportunity to see my favorite artist, my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like my favorite messenger. Like I told y'all earlier about the 2 MCs thing. Like I got my favorite mover of the crowd and I got my favorite messenger, MC, master of ceremony. I look at Jay-Z like a master of ceremony, like a messenger, like Blueprint, all of those things, like stuck with me. Reasonable Doubt, sticks, like these is the things that got me in the music itself. So I'm like, I don't really care what nobody else think. Like God has blessed me. You feel me? Like I called my name of my dissertation was The Black Print. You know what I'm saying? Like Afrocentric guide to collaborative economics, right? So I'm like, man, I just got my PhD in May. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening my second store in July. I'm like, man, if I can't celebrate life now, what's the point? What's the point of working so hard? So, boom, cop the ticket. So I get to New York. Meet up with my homies. We get in the. Let
me ask you something real quick. How much? And it could be zero. But how much would you say? Your affinity for Jay has helped gear you towards in life.
And I want to say this though, because it's not an idolatry of a man. You get what I'm saying? It's literally the message. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I think of the evils, you know what I'm saying? When I think of dead presidents, you know, when I think of Ain't No Love, you know what I'm saying? When I think of Allure, you get what I'm saying? When I think of What More Can I Say? Like these songs, like, you know, like these songs like formed my paradigm, like the message, you know what I mean? Like
right.
Sometimes it's not about the person all the time. And I get it, like it's very hard for most people to separate the message from the messenger, you know what I mean? But I was always brought up like you never know who's gonna spark your consciousness. You know what I mean? You never know who's gonna say something to activate your consciousness. So I treat the janitor the same way I treat the executive, you feel me? But if the executive just so happened to have like 10 albums that I've been able to apply to my daily life, and my daily life in my mind is turned out successful, like nobody's gonna tell me not to listen to this thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I mean, again, people who have attacked me I've got attacked just as much for supporting Jay as I've got attacked for being a Christian. You get what I'm saying? So like somebody attacking me based on my beliefs isn't something that just throws me away from my beliefs.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that just answers that question. You know what I mean? So like, let's just get to the day of, you know what I'm saying? So we get to car service. Car service takes me straight to the VIP because it comes with, when you buy the ticket, you get a email with instructions for VIP seating. You know what I'm saying? It tell you everything you got to do. It tell you if you bought the ticket from a third party like StubHub or something, it tells you the instructions you got to do to check in. You feel me? I follow all the instructions. You feel me? I had the passport of because you buy the ticket on StubHub, and in a couple of days they transfer the ticket to you on Ticketmaster, the official partner of the concert. I got my Ticketmaster ticket. I got all of the information from the person who transferred the ticket over to me. I got everything. Like I get in line, you know, all of the people who was in line with me they commented on the post, but nobody cared about that. You know what I'm saying? But like I was chilling, like I'm laughing with everybody. When I bought that ticket, that joint said best seat in the house. Like ain't nobody knocking me off my high horse. Like I'm excited. I'm waiting. So I check in, they check my ticket, they scan my ticket already. Like, they like, oh, you in the bleachers. They like, oh my God, you got one of the best seats. Like, you gonna have such an amazing experience. You basically on the stage, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, great. So I guess when you, like the VIP, it was a VIP check-in on the right and it was a VIP check-in on the left. Like, the people on the right had to go through metal detectors, all of that stuff. The people on the left, we ain't had to do none of that. We just had to scan our ticket, and then, you know, we got to get them our ID. So I get them my ID. You got to get ID on both sides. I get them my ID, and they on an iPad. Like, so then I see like 2 or 3 others like get there. Like she pull out my lanyard, she pull out my wristband, she pulls out it's a commemorative vinyl with Streets is watching. They pull out everything, get everything.
Did you get the vinyl?
Bro, I'm trying. Let me tell you
All right,
how this joint goes. So they give me my ID back, and they like, all right, bet you can follow that security guard. He gonna take care of you. I'm like, all right, cool. So I follow the security guard. You know what I'm saying? We walk into the police, and I'm like, this must be like another check or something, bro. We go to the police. They like, yo, you've been asked to leave the premises. I'm like, huh? So then the security guard dude, he's with Yankee Stadium. He tells me straight up, he goes, this has nothing to do. I say, am I banned from the stadium or something? They said, this has nothing to do with Yankee Stadium. Like, Rock Nation doesn't want you in this event. And then the 2 police officers that's in the video, I'm like, what do you mean? He go, bro, I'm so sorry. I hate that they put me in this situation. I don't want to be the person to do this. And so now the 2 police officers, they like pressing me to like get up out of there. But like, I'm like, why? And they like, man, we don't know. Like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want you here. So I'm like, bro, I got a front row seat. I bought a front row seat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna tell me nothing. And then we cut to the video I posted. Like, that's when we get to the video I posted. So, right. When I tell you I didn't get any explanation. You know what I'm saying? Look, bro, all of the narratives I read online, it doesn't really matter to me if any of them are true. You know what I'm saying? If I bought the wrong ticket, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on some list, you know what I'm saying? If some facial recognition thing in the stadium.
Yeah, I seen a bunch.
Only thing I care about is, regardless of what, I don't think no human goes on StubHub, SeatGeek, you know what I'm saying, or any of them apps,
right,
and pays. I don't care if you pay $100 or $3,000. I don't think nobody think their night is going to go to a point where you're checking in and the police are escorting you out with no explanation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think one of the
just
things,
my take.
Well,
but then can I get into what was disheartening to me, bro? What really broke my heart about this whole ordeal? This is what really broke my heart. Cause it's bigger than you and I. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger conversation completely. Is I can't get this out of my mind. Like, I've seen thousands of my people, not other people.
Yeah.
Thousands of black people in my comments like, what did you do? You must have done something.
Right.
If we don't understand that this is a bigger problem than just a concert, this is a problem that black men are dealing with across the world right now, where every time we have any type of encounter with the police, every time we got any type of encounter with authority, every time we got any type of encounter with somebody who is supposed to represent a disciplinary figure, the whole narrative turns into that black man must have done something.
Right.
It don't matter if you go out and get a doctorate degree. It don't matter if you go out and employ 10, 20 black people out of your community. It don't matter if you're a college professor helping hundreds of kids graduate and find careers. It don't matter if you start a nonprofit organization that helped hundreds of black men not only get suits to even go to interviews for jobs, but to get the linguistic skills that you need to carry a career, to get the professional training you need to carry a career. You get what I mean? Like, these are just...
Jay say, still nigga.
And that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dog, like, nigga. The idea that, like, it's really a situation in America that no matter what we do in this country, if any situation seems awry, it's that black man's fault. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And the fact that it overwhelmingly came from my own people, bro, broke my heart. Because I've committed my whole life to my people. My doctorate degree is African-American studies. So if I'm an African-American scholar and this is my they're gonna say I'm doing field research.
Right.
What is my conclusion about my community right now? All I'm seeing is how still sick mentally we are. You know what I mean? How many things we still have to deal with internally to kind of reprogram our minds that, like, when something goes wrong, it's not always our fault.
Right.
I don't even blame Jay-Z for what happened because I'm gonna keep it real. When I was checking in, when you check in events like that with Live Nation, it's you don't check in with you check in with VIP Nation, and it wasn't a black person on staff. So like, you get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, man, dog, I'm like, I mean, I know in the heat of the moment, I say Rock Nation, Jay-Z wouldn't let me in the concert, but bruh, you dropped $3,000 to go to an event and you don't get into the event. Whoever threw the event, it's their fault.
Yeah.
The same way if somebody come to my business and something don't go right, even if it was one of my associates, one of my dental assistants, they gonna say Rich Grills did it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's cause like the few that I've seen defending,
it was a lot. Don't say few.
No. I'm saying that I've seen.
I was about to say, there's a lot of people who was there for me. That's the other side of the coin. I don't want to make it seem like it was just a pity party.
Facts.
I had thousands of people that I know personally come to my defense, and I'm always going to be appreciative.
What I'm saying is, the few that I've seen defended that wanted to paint it like it was Jay. Like Jay got an iPad before the concert start, and it was like, yeah, nah, make sure this nigga right here, get him at I don't think, to be honest, now this is my hypothesis of what I felt like happened. You understand? This is how I felt like. He spent $3,000 for that ticket. It's the best seat in the house, right? This is also the night that B performs. And I think that Blue performed as well. I think all of the Carters, I think, performed this night. Everybody was there except for me. Yeah. So what I think what happened was that 3,000 was worth 10 now. And they looking at it, mind you, he's seat 3. So it's like 1 and 2 next to him, they might be together. He came by himself. And this is what I'm saying. This is some shit. What's your man, LaRussell? LaRussell had made a point one time when he first did a deal with Jay, and he was like, yo, I got the fucking, you get where I'm going with this? You see what I'm saying? So LaRussell was like, he was supposed to have a meeting with Rock Nation, and some funny shit happened, and then, he was like, they brought him a contract, they ain't had no numbers on it. So when he had put that out, it made it look like he was attacking Jay. Fast forward, we see that he just did some business with Jay or whatever, because Jay came back and corrected the situation. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? There's when you where he at, there's 1,000 people in between him and then anybody else that's doing business. So the way my mind took it was, somebody somewhat in the middle area knew what that ticket was worth now. You get what I'm saying? That $3,000 ticket, the shit where Beyonce's gonna be performing and Blue gonna be performing, nigga. So we looking at it like, well, what's the weakest link here? We got a nigga here that's by himself. It ain't like you went in there with niggas. Like we bought group tickets together. You get what I'm saying? And everybody I feel like
I'm dolo.
Right. So the way I'm feeling is somebody in that middle area was like, look, take him off, because you got to think about it. He spent $3,000. They refunded him the $3,000. So how do you make that $3K back? It's not like you could put the ticket back online for sale because the concert's already going on. This is some shit where that seat was sold before he even got there. And when he got there, it was like, we can't let him go to a seat, and we can't give him another seat, because what he gonna do? He gonna look over and be like, yo, that's supposed to be my seat right there. Who the fuck is that? Now, I seen niggas say some shit about wheelchairs and shit. And to me, it was trippy because it was like, first of all, nigga, I might be in a wheelchair today, but I probably could walk tomorrow. Like on some, maybe my legs feel a little stronger today. So what I gotta show you a picture at the front door. Yo, this is me in my wheelchair, but for a Jay-Z concert, I'ma stand up today, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know how that shit could go. Disabled is disabled. You don't know what type of disability that I have. So I seen people, and that's what was bothering me, that niggas immediately attempted to attack his character for somebody who, and I'm like, the nigga's a bigger fan than you are. I don't even know you, but I know the nigga's a bigger fan. You know why I know? Because he's allowed this nigga to fuel a better life for himself. You get what I'm saying? Like, he allowed this nigga to be an inspiration to create everything that he's done. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't have done it without a J, but I understand the importance, because I even understand on the negative side. I understand what it was like as a youth chilling in the whips with my niggas. We going to the store and 50 come on, it'd be like 2 niggas in the front, 3 niggas in the back. There's 5 niggas riding strapped in grandpa's Cadillac. Voice in my head saying, fuck all these niggas. I start thinking, I should rob all these. I remember how a song like that would come on and nobody would even say a word. We'd make a left and we automatically on our way to New Row or some area where, yeah, we about to get busy out here. We about to, you know what I'm saying? We going on the jukes. So I understand the influence, and that's the one thing I've always understood and respected to a degree about what Jay-Z brought to the music industry. So many of the niggas that I know that have him as their number one also have their drive on that same level. So when I'm seeing how they're attacking the nigga character based off of some shit you don't even know and thinking like, oh, this is a clout chasing move, and I'm like, cause even talking to people that I personally know, they like, yo, you think Mo will lie about that shit or whatever? You think Richard with Cap? And I'm like, I stopped, I thought, I'm like, a nigga not really known for lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you know, some niggas, you know, they're overtly known for their honesty and brutal honesty. And that's not really a style, like, but I can't think of a time that I've ever caught this nigga lying. Like, I know the nigga character, I've been cool with this nigga almost 2 decades now. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother. So it was like, that shit did bother me, cause I keep it 100. There was a side of me where I wanted to hit bro up and be like, yeah, see nigga, fucking with that nigga. I told you that nigga, Jay, it was Jay-Z, nigga. It was his fault. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, again, and I want to put this out there too. I may be heavy critical of Jay when it comes to the artist of Jay. And I think the one thing that has always bothered me and made it almost feel personal is because I grew up with Jay as being a figurehead and I don't want to say a big brother like I know the nigga, but like if you was from New York, Rockefeller meant so much to your growth. You understand? Like Rockefeller alone, like if you was a jukes nigga, you kind of sided with State Prop. If you was a fresh nigga fucking bitches, you sided with Dipset. If you was a hustler nigga and you was on that corner every day, you sided with Jay. Like, and I'm not saying sided, but you adopted that personality. You adopted that identity. So to see The Rock break up and you knowing or feeling like that breakup happened because of Jay, was like, nigga, the nigga broke up a family. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like your pops cheating on your moms and moving out and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just tearing up a fucking family and shit. That's what that shit fucking felt like. So that has always been, but I would never say, nigga, Jay not one of the toughest rappers. I probably know more rap songs than this nigga from Jay. You know what I'm saying? He's a clear fan, like, but yeah, I did. I was bothered by that shit.
Yeah, though. I didn't take nothing.
Saying?
I don't take things personally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I did respect the way you did put out, cause so bro put out another video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check that shit out. Where like, you know, and he had sent me the video before he posted it, right? And you know, God work in good ways because, you know, my style, like if I'd have seen the video before he I don't post that shit, nigga. Fuck them niggas, nigga. Take it how you take it. Like, you know, that's my person. That's always been me. And that ain't the energy needed right now. Because you got to be true to yourself. And so I was watching the video. I was like, you know, I respect that shit. I feel like, because I couldn't think of a rapper. I couldn't think of a human being that I would spend that amount of money to go see in the moment. And then I thought I probably would for Ye. Like that is somebody I was like, yeah, if I could get that experience. And so then I started to relate. And if something would have happened at a Ye concert remotely like that, like I would give grace.
And that's why I'm
like,
different than,
yeah.
That's why I'm like, I can't really, you know, you can never measure yourself by somebody else's metrics. You know what I mean? Because I can name like 50 people I think worth 3 bands to see. You know what I'm saying? Louis Farrakhan got a little invite-only joint. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Naeem Akbar, I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that exist in the world that I'm just fans of, bro. Like,
yeah,
I'm just fans. I'm a fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fan. Like, and I want to support. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I want to be there. Like, and I'm also a core memory guy. Like, I love a core memory. Like, life is short. Like, and I'm blessed. Like, you know what I'm saying? God blesses me. God guides my steps. You know what I'm saying? Leads my steps. Like, you know, it's like, oh, he's way too calm.
I seen that. Yeah, you can see he took. Yeah, that was and I
like, bro,
again, that
I'm
was
still blessed. Like, I'm still blessed.
I
I'm
don't know
still
the nigga.
like
That's why.
something like I be feeling like people ain't been through nothing in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have been through the worst of the worst. Like, still blessed.
I want to say something that was also dope too. Like, and definitely not gonna say no names on it, but there was affiliates there. You know, Rock Nation affiliates. You know, reached out to bro. It's like, yo, we can get you in. But at that point, he like nah, like respectfully, nah. And the thing is, if I don't even feel like, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even feel like it was a pride shit. I think it's almost like a protection shit. Like, I don't know what's happening right now, right? I don't know what's happening right now. I've been singled out. I don't even want to tie myself directly to you at the moment because I don't know if it's bigger than what I recognize, and I don't even want to put you in the crosshairs.
It's not even
like,
that. It's not even that, bro. Like, I just wasn't, even StubHub reached out and sent me like an alternative order link. You know what I'm saying?
To go back.
Like, but like, I'm like, it just told me like, I'm like the venue, I mean, not the venue, but the guy just told me the Rock Nation don't want me here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he just was making that up. Look, again, I don't know nothing, and that's my issue. That's really, again, my whole issue come back to like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So like, and I don't really have no issue because, again, we talking about it today, but again, God leads my steps. Like, so I'm thinking about my next steps. Like, I done already bought another first row seat to another concert. Like, I done already, you know what I'm saying? Once my bread get back, it's just gonna go to something else, bro. We good. Like, it's not as I made the post in the first place because it's like, you know, this is my history. This is my story. Like, everybody documenting what they got going on in their life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I can't help that. You can post pictures at the restaurant, taking pictures of your plate of food. You can talk, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, people,
that's a fact.
like, if I go over other people's pages, they posting the most insignificant thing. To me, that was a significant thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was significant how it turned how it turned out to me. That was significant to me. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to act like I'm such a big boss that like 3 bands ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I pay, I'm a businessman first and foremost. So I don't buy anything that I think has less money, that has less value than the money I spent on it. Right. And this whole show is the spirit economy. So like, I'm always thinking about non-fiat value. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, in my mind, I'm running a business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a jeweler. Like, Jay-Z's audience is my demographic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Jay-Z's peers is hopefully my demographic one day. You know what I mean? So let me get this first row seat. Let me be amongst the people. Like, people don't really even understand how rooms work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you got to get in the room. Like,
right.
If you could, like, if y'all for 1 second think I would have rather been outside the venue making a video about not getting in versus getting in the venue? Like, you don't know me because, like, everybody know if I get in a room, like, I'm going to maximize the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mentality. Like, I got a blueprint mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So, and that's how I'm thinking in my mind. I'm thinking like, I'm not just thinking of like, oh, I'm buying for a concert. I'm looking at this like an investment. You know what I'm saying? I look at every move I make like an investment. Whatever I do, I'm thinking about like, yo, this is an investment. You feel me? Like, because I never think about, and I also don't think about just the transition, because I don't really want to stay on this too long for real, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just the transition, like, I think a helpful idea for people to think of, because I think a lot of people feel like, I think we have fallen into the first impression is everything kind of trap. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, I don't really put much wait on first impressions because you're gonna see me again. You know what I mean? So like, I ain't gonna hold you. If you talk to the people I was in the car service with, I was looking for a first row ticket for the next day. Like, yeah. And if I like the next day, today is Sunday. How'd that happen? You know where I would have been at right now? Back at the show. And you know where I would have been sitting? As close to the first row as I possibly can get, bro. Like, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big believer that you're going to keep seeing me. Like, I'm going to keep applying pressure. Like, oh, you don't like this design I did? Guess what? Tomorrow, you're going to see a new design. You don't like that design? Guess what? The next day, you're going to see a new design. You get what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, I like to apply pressure in my life. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I want something, if I want something, I know my goals, you know, I know my purpose. I know what I want out of life. So, like, I'm going to be persistent at it. You know what I mean? So, like, if you in my way today, you're going to have to stay in my way. Because I'm going to continue on my path. If this is the way God told me to go and you're in my way, you're going to have to stop me every day.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Every day you're going to have to stop me. Now, I ain't going to cause no fuss because you just doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate my opposition because my opposition just doing what they supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't hate Satan.
Like, I always say it's like hating the weight. I don't hate the weight. I'm gonna lift that shit and get stronger.
You get what I mean? Like,
Man.
You know, that's how you gain. You know? So, like, that was just the biggest thing with that, you know? Like,
yeah.
You know, I just hope, the crazy thing is, I just hope I'm not banned. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm just hoping I'm not banned, bro. I'm shooting for October 23rd, SoFi Stadium. Like, Rock Nation, hope, you know what I mean? If y'all want to rectify the situation, you know, I'm not a hard man to find. You get what I mean? If not, that's also cool. I just pray that everybody who does attend has a wonderful, blessed time. I hope for an amazing show. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, like, let's just leave that shit there. You know what I'm saying? Let's leave it there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was definitely disappointed, like, to say the least.
Yeah. So about disappointments, we'll bring you to this segment of the show to grind my gears.
Yeah, you grind my gears, man.
Grind my gears. Ayo, look, it's two shits. It's two things. It's two shits.
Man. What's the first joint?
It's two shits. These fucking pimple patches. Ayo, listen, my nigga. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You heard? Like, I feel like I wouldn't have noticed the bump. So why put a fucking big ass star on this shit and now I see the fucking star? The niggas told me that they got them you seen them on niggas. If I see it on a nigga, dogs, if I see it on the nigga, it's dangerous. We're gonna have a problem. That's the one. The second shit, and I don't know why the shit is in my algorithm. You heard? But the man waist trainer shits to make the nigga's stomach go down, that's fucking violent, nigga. That's violent as fuck. I need to talk to Instagram. I don't know why they showing it to me because I talk about my gut a lot. So I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tighten my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get that, you gotta get that.
Yeah. I don't need the Instagram, Meta, Zuckerberg, Elon. Y'all niggas don't need to fucking try to sell me no male waist training body shit, nigga. I would never buy it, nigga. And if I see one of y'all niggas out with the shit, nigga, I'm gonna punch you in your stomach, nigga. All right?
What if you at the gym?
That's even crazier because you here working on your shit, nigga. What you got this shit on, nigga? That's crazier. I'm gonna hit you with a weight. Hey, yo, nah, shit just got me tight, bro. I ain't wanna end on this note. I don't need to see you niggas with no pimple patches. I don't see you niggas with no fucking weight shit. I ain't trying to knock nobody money. No niggas is trying to sell them. Instagram, stop showing me that shit, nigga. The pimple patches is violent. Cause then it's like, nigga, like my little sis be wearing them shits and it just like, before they didn't even have the shapes, it would just be like, I feel like she can cut them to the size she want them, which was crazy cause it was like she light skinned. That shit was, that was horrible. But now they got the glow in the dark stars and all of that. Like, hey, yo, boo, let that shit get some air, pop that shit, keep it smoothing. You heard? Those are the two things that grind my gears. And I wanted to let that be known, my nigga. When y'all see this shit, know that shit. Like, word. Fucking waist trainer on a nigga. But yeah, man, like, get your sit-ups in. Like, and but you know what? Yo, on a serious note, though, like, what I realized is, like, our they are making us so fucking soft. Like technology is making niggas so fucking soft. Even like remote controls, like you don't get up to go change the remote, change the TV no more because you got the remote, right? It's like everything is making niggas so fucking weak. Like what happened to the nigga? Like, and that's what I'm about to start doing. I'm gonna get back on my fucking push-up challenges, my sit-up challenges, my pull-up challenges and shit. Like niggas don't, I tell niggas don't stay dangerous, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, little shit like that, pimple patches, that shit, that's a lot for me, my nigga. It blew my shit. My bad, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Who me? You know I don't care.
Nigga don't get great gears grinded. Nigga too cool, man.
Bro, real talk, bro.
I be frustrated over here, man.
Real talk, bro. This I'm not even a combustion engine, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I don't care. Like, y'all live your life, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't live it around me. Live your life, nigga. Live it out of my fucking diameter, nigga. My circumference.
But nah, for real, man. I want to just shout out everybody who done tuned in with us this long, man. Season 3, we back, man.
Yeah, we got some big, yo.
I got my brother with me, man.
Got some big guests that's coming on.
It's just a beautiful thing, man. Like, and yeah, man. So again, everybody, just stay rich. Try your best not to make poor decisions in life. Tap in with us on the YouTube. Tap in with us on wherever you listen to podcasts.
Follow me, Bizz No Cutz. You already should know.
Bizz No Cutz.
Stay rich.
Rich Grills. Stay rich in spirit. All of those. Follow us on all the channels. Everything will be linked below in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. All of those good things. If you got any questions, anything you want us to talk about.
Yo, we gonna put a live phone line on this shit too. Like, we gonna start taking questions. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna work that in.
We could stream. We could stream every episode live. We could do everything.
Yeah. So we gonna whittle that in somewhere in this season right here. You know, we've had some. I don't even want to say setbacks. You know, we just had some moments where we had to get things together.
It's never about when the time is right. It's about when your mind is right. You know. So everybody in a rush. We all got the same destination. So, you feel me? It ain't about when we get there, it's how we get there.
Facts.
So with that being said, man, y'all be blessed. Always follow the light and always live righteous. Peace.